Let's talk about negative thinking patterns. This subject matter is barely talked about. However, this thing affects our lives in a lot of ways. What are negative thinking patterns? Negative thinking patterns are habitual ways our brain processes new information, responses to events, and solve complex problems. By habitual, I mean the way our brain has been conditioned to respond to events, to process information, to solve problems. They are habitual because they've been formed over time, maybe childhood experiences, environmental factors, and sometimes it could even be biological. So these are negative thinking patterns, also called cognitive schemas or mental models. Today we'll be looking at types of negative thinking pattern, because before you can rectify this, you have to be self-aware. A lot of people have placed a lot of limits on their lives because of the way they think. Now I'll be discussing 6 types of negative thinking patterns with us. Number 1, all or nothing thinkers. Have you met people who think at the extreme? There's never a middle ground for them. There's never balance. They are either this is perfect or it is not at all. For example, they may fail a test and they conclude that they are no good at all, that they will never be able to know book. They will say, my brain is not for this, I'm not going to be good at it. There's no middle ground of it's just one failure, I can do better, I can try again. They think at the extremes. It's either it's perfect or it's not. Once they fail, once they fail in a particular task, then they conclude that this is it for me, they are failures. Secondly, we have the catastrophizing thinking pattern. Personally, I don't like this kind of people around me. They always imagine the worst. This sickness is going to kill me. This sickness is going to kill me. I'm going to lose my job. I feel like I'm going to die. Even in the face of evidence, they still think the worst. I'm going to fail this course. I am going to fail. Catastrophizing, always thinking the worst. What's that? Thirdly, we have the personalization thinking pattern. Personalization, this set of people, they take responsibility for events outside of their control. They think that everybody's behavior is a direct reaction to them. So for example, someone is moody and they're like, it's because of me this person is moody. I think it's because I'm around. This person doesn't like me when I'm around. This person doesn't like it when I'm around. It's always about them. It's always about events outside of their control. An adult misbehaves. Say, let me use the popular one. Your husband or your fiancé cheats. And you're like, it's my fault. How is it your fault? So they always take the blame. They always see themselves as the problem. They always believe that people are acting in response to them. I think she said that because of me. That's a wrong thinking pattern. Then we have the emotional reasoning. These people, they think according to their feelings. For example, say, this kind of people might say, I will fail. Why do you think you fail? I just feel like it. I wouldn't amount to anything good. I don't think I can ever make it in this life. Why do you think so? I just feel so. I think that my brother is going to die. Why will you say that? I feel so. Emotional reasoning. They think according to how they feel. So they think that their feelings are their reality. That's very wrong. And then we also have the mind readers. This set of people, they always assume they know what someone else is thinking, and it's always negative. For example, you can say, I feel like this person is jealous of me. This person is envious of me. Maybe because they are quiet, they're not talking and everything. Always negative. Just because this person is maybe on their own, not relating, they feel, this person I think she's envious. And most times they project what they feel on other people. It's always negative. They assume they know what other people are feeling. They assume they know what other people are thinking, and it's always negative. That's bad. And then the last one, we have the overgeneralization. Have you met people that a single tiny event will occur in their lives and they will magnify it? For example, let me use the one we can relate to very, very well. Maybe I develop a small boil, and because of that small boil, like, I think I'm going to die. It's going to spread all over my body. I've heard people die of this. Overgeneralizing. It's just a single event, but they will magnify it like it is the end. And these kind of people, they usually make use of absolute statements or absolute wordings, like always, never, everybody, nobody, everybody doesn't like me, nobody will ever accept me the way I am. Overgeneralizing, maybe because of one single negative event. For example, you might have 12 courses to take in a semester, and for some reasons you did not do well in a particular test for a particular course. Because they did not do well in that test, they overgeneralize. I'm never going to be good at it. I'm never going to be book savvy. I'm never going to be able to master this skill. Overgeneralize because of one single negative event. Okay, you've had a bad experience before, maybe relationship-wise, and you're now conditioned to think that you would never have a good relationship. Nobody's ever going to love you. That's overgeneralization. You are using just a singular negative experience to generalize your entire life. So, do these thinking patterns ring a bell? Do you see yourself in any of these thinking patterns, or do you know someone that thinks like this, or someone that can relate to this? Do well to share this video with them. Now, we know the various kind of negative thinking patterns. I wouldn't leave you without a practical solution. Like I said, it starts with self-awareness. So now that we are aware of the kind of thought patterns that we usually have that is detrimental to us, there is a practical model to tackle these negative thoughts, and I call it the IIM model. IIM. Number one, that's the I. Identify. You must identify these thoughts. We are not estranged from our thoughts. We always know what we are thinking per time. So when you see yourself thinking like that, when you see yourself thinking, I'm no good, when you see yourself thinking, I always fail at this task, when you see yourself thinking, I'm never going to be able to have a good relationship, when you see yourself personalizing, oh, I think this person did this because of me, I think I'm responsible for this, when you see yourself thinking in any of these thought patterns, identify. Like I said, start with self-awareness. Identify, I'm doing this again, I'm thinking like this again. The second I, interrupt. Once you see yourself think, as the thought is still coming, cut it short. Don't dwell on it, don't entertain it, cut it short, reject it immediately. Like, stop the thoughts. And the last one, M, modify it. Replace it immediately with a more compassionate, balanced thinking. Instead of saying, I'm never going to be able to master good relationships, say, I may have had this one wrong experience with this person, but I know that going forward, I'm going to meet better people that will understand me, people that I'm going to understand as well. You failed just one interview. Don't give up. Don't say, I'm never going to get a job. Don't say, I'm never going to get a job. It's just one interview. I'm telling you, the thoughts you will replace it with. It's just one interview. I will still attend many more, and definitely I will be taken. Maybe I wasn't accepted here because I'm not supposed to work here. Do you understand? You're ready for the mind readers. Oh, this person is acting a certain way. Maybe her boyfriend just broke up with her. Maybe her marriage is not working. Like I said, always negative. How about you approach them and she said you want to have a conversation? You can say, I think she's just stressed. Instead of that negative thoughts, how she might be stressed, maybe I should give her a call. So identify the thoughts, interrupt them, modify them. That's how you have a balanced thinking pattern. Alright? A balanced thinking pattern. So you do not, with this, you fight these disruptive thoughts and you work towards a healthier growth mindset. So now that you know the kind of disruptive negative thinking pattern that we have, now that you do know better, I hope that you act better, and together will make the world and our lives a better place. See you next time. Bye.